Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be playing some more werewolves, because it turns out y'all like werewolf decks. Who knew? But this time, we're going to do some Naya Werewolves, because I don't think we've really done that in a little minute. I think it's been a while, so I'm going to take another look here and see if we can solve some issues there with some things we can maybe add to it, since we were playing that other color, to still make it competitive on the ladder. And we have a fresh new season, because the ladder reset, so why not try something new as we climb our way back up. Right, don't forget you can join the channel if you want to support me. I'd really appreciate it. It helps a lot. But you can also get your stuff featured here and get some exclusive content as well. And if you're looking for supplies to protect all your stuff, you got to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn to save 5%. Now, the benefit of playing white is we obviously get Brutal Cathar, and we get access to something like Valorous Stance. The question just becomes, which is more beneficial, and is it outright worth it to have those other cards? So we're going to try to solve that here. So we're playing 2 Snakeskin Veil and 2 Valorous Stance. And I will admit, I don't know if it's better to just have 4 Snakeskin Veils. So that's going to be one of the things we're trying to solve, is how often when we have Valorous Stance would we still have kept a creature if it was a Snakeskin Veil? Because this matters in the sense that it's going to be harder for us to cast Valorous Stance because white's literally like our splash color. And if we had Snakeskin Veil, there may be times we don't get stuck with it. So that's going to be one of the things we're looking at here. Then we have 4 Dragon's Fire because we need to have removal. And don't worry, we are actually playing a couple of dragons. We have 2 Outland Liberator. Not a big surprise. You could give or take on these depending on what your choice is to play at 2 mana. We're playing 3 Ranger class. We're playing 3 Werewolf Pack Leader. And this is actually kind of one of the issues, right? When you add that third color, can we reliably cast something like Pack Leader on turn 2? That's one of the things we're going to have to look at as well to see if we want to change the numbers of things. Same thing to be said of Kessig Naturalists, so we'll find out. Then we have 3 Brutal Cathar. Again, this could possibly be 4 Cathar. I don't think that would be too upsetting to anybody. And then we have 4 Reckless Stormseeker because having haste stuff is very good. 3 Tovalar to get extra cards, 1 Arlen, 2 Halana and Alena because obviously this card's fantastic. It gives us haste. It lets us block flyers, right? It does a lot of things for our deck. And then because we have white, I'm trying it out to see if we hit a Jetmir. Realistically, I don't see Jetmir really getting beyond 6. But even if we just give our stuff Trample and +2, that's probably going to be enough, I would think. But we're at least giving it a look because who knows, right? We're experimenting here. And then we're playing 2 Goldspan Dragons, mostly so we have something to come over the top, maybe as a clean finisher. Don't know if it matters again, but it's something we at least want to give thought to and see if we can make it work. Could it be one of the other 5-cost dragons? Or, I mean, Planeswalkers? Not even Planeswalkers. What am I saying? Werewolves. There you go. Could it be one of the other 5-cost werewolves? Either the one that, when it takes damage, deals it to something, or the one that has haste and menace and then can ping stuff when it attacks, right? Both of those could be very good. But we'll see. I'm kind of leaning toward the Arsonist, which is the one that attacks and pings stuff or whatever with haste and menace. But who knows? This is going to be part of a big experiment. Then we've got 1 Iganjo, Den of the Bugbear, 2 Mountains, Sakinzan, Beseju, 3 Forest, 1 Lair of the Hydra, 2 Cragcrown Pathway, 2 Rockfall Vale, 4 Branch Off Pathway, 2 Overgrown Farmland, 2 Jetmir's Garden, and 3 Secluded Courtyard. Now, one of the things here about the Courtyard that's interesting is it does allow us to play something like our Brutal Cathar alongside something like our 3/3 Wolf, right? The Pack Leader. But there are going to be times as well that because we have this, we actually can't cast one of our other non-creature spells because we need a colored mana for that, right? So that adds a little bit of a wrinkle here. But it does come into play untapped, and that's something we really have to respect. Now, we could look at the other things and say, should we be playing more Jetmir's Garden? And the argument here would be, if we do have Jetmir's Garden on 1 and some Secluded Courtyards, it does make it pretty much where we could play whatever we want on turn 2 and 3. So that's another thing we're going to be looking at, and comparing how badly do we need stuff like Overgrown Farmland or Rockfall Vale, because we also get not just other colors of mana, but we get the ability to cycle by playing more Jetmir's Garden. But that comes back to the ability that if we don't have it on time, then we end up not being able to cast something because Jetmir Garden's coming to play tapped, right? So this is kind of one of those tough things you have to figure out when you're playing 3-color mana right now, and how badly you need each of those cards. But we're going to go ahead, go through the experiment. We're going to play the games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about what we want to update, and we'll have a card spotlight for you. So we'll catch you on the other side. Okay. these no red lands, and oh yeah, I've got to mulligan this. I almost kept that. That would have been a mistake. Let's keep this though and scrap. It's tough, but I guess we got to get rid of Goldspan Dragon. Alrighty, let's see what we're working with here. I say we go ahead and just go with the pack leader. I mean, if we're gonna do that though, let's go ahead and just put this down. We'll call Werewolf. And we'll just play this. Not that it hugely matters, but we can still take our time putting these either white or green or whatever we think we need. Oh boy. Do we just kill that dude? I think we might want to. It's very interesting if they don't untap with it. I mean, actually, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this mostly because if we can do this, or maybe target it with this, whatever, get them to spend a removal spell or protection spell, I mean, then like maybe we can do something. Now, logic says I should have just taken it out when I had the chance, and I'm fully aware of that, but I'm just going to experiment with something else here and just see what happens. Yeah, no blocks. That's fine. Also, if we attack here and they block, like, are we going to care that much? Probably not. So, yeah, we attack, see what the opponent does. I mean, we got nothing else. Our hand's pretty weak. All right. In the turn. So here's where we were going to try to gamble on this experiment, which is a really bad idea, mind you. Because we're going to have to play 2 spells and flip our werewolf back over. But they go to pump it. Ugh. Ugh. That's not cool. But it means they're probably not attacking here. I was just saying, because if they did, we could have, like, put them in a bad position by, like, feigning a block or something and then letting them play a spell and then responding, which would have been fine. Here we get to draw a card if we attack, so let's go ahead and attack first, and then we'll just add some green mana, I think, in case we want to do something with the Ranger class. But we should be mostly okay here. Well, that would have been a good card to have earlier. Do I want to add red now? Actually, because I may be responding with the Dragon's Fire, and need to. All right, let's go with red then. Sometimes the deck determines what you get to do, because we might want to just play Reckless Stormseeker after the fact. We may not, you know, but we'll see. Opponent's choosing to block. I think we let the block happen. Interesting. So now we get to... This is what we were hoping for. We get to kill this. We let the first ability resolve, so it becomes bigger. And then we kill it with the Valor Stance. Now, the downside is we do end up having to flip our werewolf over. Opponent takes 4. We get to play a land, which still allows us to play a Ranger class. Let's go with that. All right. So not too bad for next turn, right? We get to play a Stormseeker. We get to pump the Ranger class. Took a little bit of trickery there, but we did ultimately get what we wanted. That is neato, but doesn't particularly help us. Opponent's at 10. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess we still got to do it. I kind of wanted to wait and see if we draw something to potentially just get rid of the other dude, but it's not that big a deal, really. I'll probably just put a counter here. I mean, the assumption is whatever they block with is going to be able to kill anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Like, they block, play a spell, they're going to kill whatever they block, so, yeah. I mean, that's the assumption here. We're just going to put the opponent down to 2 and hope we have enough to get the job done. Yep, no surprise. Oh, that's all they had? Ah, we could have traded then. I guess they would have just blocked something else, but it would have resulted in us getting another card. I'm going to go and hold this since we can kill a blocker next turn. And the opponent now has to have 2 blockers because they're going to have a bunch of 3-power attackers. Possibly more, because we get to play Kessig Naturalist. We're at 16, so I'm not worried about dying here. Even if they give it double strike, they don't have enough to kill us. They would have to get it all the way to 8 plus somehow double strike, which it doesn't look like they're even going to be close. Nah, we're good. I have no fear here. Yeah, that's fine. They get to play their cards, do all their damage they wanted to do there. Excellent. Just for bonus. Just to be insulting. And we get to use this, which is great. Let's give this haste. We'll attack. Yep. Way more than enough. Okay, we get to go first. Let's keep this. Actually, you know what I kind of want to do? I might play Naturalist first since we get access to this. Which is kind of cool. Especially, well, if I play this, they'd have to have a kill card right now. But, yeah, I think we're going to do this anyway. There's always the chance they don't play anything, and then we get to flip our Naturalist as well, so that could be good too. And then if we get a land that's untapped, like that gives us another option. So, you know, we'll see. Either way, the trick here, though, is going to be to attack first with the Naturalist. Okay, we didn't get to keep it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Though I guess it would have mattered had we kept the Pack Leader. Now we get to play Pack Leader with Snakeskin Veil up, so we like that. But the idea would have been attack with the... Oh, they're playing Werewolves. Interesting. Would have been to attack with our Naturalist first, get the treasure, then play our creature in case we didn't draw an untapped land. So we would still have the proper mana open. Now it's a little bit tougher because we can't really play what we want here because of possible burn spells or whatever. So let's just do this first. Though I think we could probably get away with Reckless Stormseeker here without too much trouble, honestly. But I'm seeing if maybe they want to block, but it doesn't look like they want to. So let's go ahead and just play this. And then we're going to play this. And then we're going to end the turn. See if they have another play with fire they want to fire off here. They do. All right. So we gave ourselves a little extra protection here. Hopefully they don't go like... Okay, I was going to say like land chariot or something would have been pretty rough. All right. I'm assuming they're not going to attack. Yep, that makes sense. I think because we have Tovalar here, let's go ahead and do this first. We'll attack because we're going to get a card no matter what. Let's get... It doesn't... Well, one of these might connect because we'll probably double block one. We have access to all the colors we need, though, so let's just go ahead and get green, I think, in case we draw another Pack Leader. Alright, well, we're obviously going to kill Stormseeker, because that makes more sense. Alright, we didn't quite get what we wanted here, but let's go ahead and play this. Call Werewolf, obviously, and then we'll just go ahead and play this out. Mostly because this allows us to draw some other creature and then give it haste next turn, and then we get a whole pile of stuff. Alright, you got a Pack Song Pup. We get to flip our boys. Everybody's going to be real big. Actually, it also flips theirs. I forgot about that. That is a very important piece of information that I forgot about, not going to lie. But we're going to go ahead, and this is going to be 4, 5. This is already 5, but we can pump anything we want. I should have played a land here, actually. But let's go with this. Yeah. Because we don't really care if Tovalar dies, actually. They don't know that, but we do. Let's go ahead and get green, because we have access to extra red in hand here. Really? Is that it? This feels a little sketchy. Why are we just blocking with that? I mean, they're willing to take 10 here? All right. I'm fine with that. I'll save my mana to see what we draw. I mean, I guess I could have pumped to kill the opponent, obviously. But, like, we're kind of playing with our food here at this point. Well, that's also cute. And I'm sure the opponent's just hating me right now. Like, what are you doing? You could have just killed me. I totally understand. That is a totally reasonable stance, but it didn't really matter. Yeah, we'll keep this. Hoping the opponent doesn't have a crazy start here. That's pretty bad for us. Because our start is probably not going to hold up, I imagine. This is one where we probably needed to be on the play, but we'll see. Okay, that's if you play an instant or sorcery, right? All right, well, let's play the first thing out that probably dies, but let's see. I mean, because they could kill this, we take a point, they play that, we get taxed for 3. I mean, really just kind of need them to play some spells. And this is kind of one of the reasons we played this in the order we did, is we'd rather that die and still have something left than play the Naturalist and have it not survive. Now, next turn, we were hoping to draw a land and that didn't happen. Gosh dang it. That sucks. All right, well now we just have to play this out of desperation. I don't think it's going to live, because you're obviously playing a deck full of instants and sorceries, but... Alright, Chandra is also going to give them a chance to draw another. So that's not the best thing, but it's something. I don't even know if we can get, like, does Brutal Cathar even do anything for us? I mean, because a chance it just dies, I don't know. Like, this is kind of tough. Hopefully there's no burn spell. Oh, they're actually just going to go for a land here. Oh, they didn't play a land yet, though, right? No, they did. They did. We only missed one. All right. So that's not the worst it could have been, I suppose. Okay, so now we have a couple of choices. We can't play the Cathar because we don't have white yet. We can level up Ranger class, attack Chandra, then they're inclined to block. And then we could Snakeskin Veil, and then if they don't do anything, we play Liberator, maybe? Actually, probably not even that. If they don't do anything, then we probably just play Dragon's Fire and kill the Flamebreaker, I think. Is that the best play? I mean, I'm thinking about playing Stormseeker here than attacking, but that's not that much better. I think it just guarantees that 3 damage gets through, because then we'd use this to kill that. And then we get 3 on Chandra. Which maybe that's good enough since we have Halana Elena if we were to draw a land. Man, there's a lot of decisions here. I think I am going to try this, though. Don't love it, but I'm hoping maybe they bite here to try to protect Chandra. The only way they don't is if they probably already have another in hand. Yep. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I was hoping they didn't have it. Well, the next turn, we're hoping to draw an untapped land. So we could play Halana Elena, attack, have Snakeskin Veil up. Or if we find a white land, then we could play this and protect it with Snakeskin Veil, I guess. Opponent's at a lot of life right now, though. Yep. So we go to 12. We'll probably get that played against us, so we're going to go to 10. Opponent may attack with both here, honestly, because their life total's so high. Yeah, we go down to 9. I don't blame them. That makes a lot of sense, really. Oh, we go down to 7. All right, so they're basically saying we possibly die on their next turn. Yeah, that is not helping us. That is definitely not helping. Ah, boy. It's tough because we don't know what that last card is, but having Helana and Elena out could be really good. Ugh. I think we just have to kill that. This feels really weak, by the way. Feels really weak. But I'm just going to pass. Mostly because we're at 7. They could have all kinds of haste things. If there's like a Reckless Stormseeker plus this, I'd like to at least be able to block the Stormseeker and kill it. If they just have a burn spell here, maybe we come out okay. All right, we're going to try because we got nothing else. I mean, we don't have a choice. I mean, I'm sure you have something, right? There's no way we get off the hook that easy. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh, they actually didn't send that at our head, though, so that's cool. Come on, untap land. Oh, we bought all the time in the world. How did that not happen? How did that not happen? Good news is, though, we do have Arlen now that if we can get untap land, get to make 2 creatures, so that's pretty sweet. Ah, dang it. We're going to go down to 2. Yep. That's just 6, so we go to 1. Yeah, and they're playing a ton of burn spells. I don't know if we could raise fast enough here now. Golly, we just got stuck forever. Never found a way out. Yep, and then they just go ping us for 1. And we don't have any life gain, so GG's. Oh, they didn't have it. Oh, I thought they were going to have the thing that lets them... Oh. Okay. You know, you have the thing that kills an artifact or just pings you for 1. I thought that's what was about to happen. Wow, we're still stuck here on 3 land, and this is like turn 7 or 8, so this is not good. Yeah, alright. We dead. Okay, I mean, we gotta keep it. We're on the draw, but, I mean, you know, what are we gonna do? Alright. Why not? Call Werewolf. I think we're just gonna play this. And then if they have removal spells, we'll just target that stuff first. Okay, so just a Deadly Dispute. I say just, like it's not something, but you know. Alright, I guess we try to play Pack Leader. I mean, there's no way they didn't have a land there, right? Whoa, really? Huh. Well? I mean, I guess. I'm tempted to play the Naturalist, but I think we just go with Tovolar and take a card here. I think anything else is just playing too passive, and we just say, you know what? If you get our Tovolar, you get our Tovolar. That's at least going to force them to do something here. I mean, it's possible I could have waited. Maybe I just get by with a werewolf, a pack leader or something. And I probably would have if we had like a snakeskin veil. I would have likely considered it. But here I think we're mostly okay. Alright, they're going to go environmental sciences. What are they looking to do here? Oh, that's not a bad one. The problem... Now we're in a little bit of an ugly spot because I think I have to do this for 2 reasons. One, we need to level this up. Mostly so we can target Tovolar and keep it from getting killed by... Oh, they didn't even have an instant speed removal. I was going to say I get from a meat hook, but that ends up not being a thing here, it looks like. So that was a little weird. And then we still would have had mana up to... Like, if they went to target it here, we could have protected it with Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, now it's a little tough because if we play this, we get to flip Tovolar next turn, which is huge, and flip this, but I don't think... but we kind of also want to play Halana Delena next turn. What can the opponent do next turn with 5 mana that we're worried about? I don't know if anything is the answer, so I'm just going to go with this. And just like, they've proven they don't have spot removal, so I don't know. Maybe they play like Loth or something here. I mean, I don't know. Just play into our strengths here. But, I mean, okay. I guess they just don't have anything. Weird. Alright. Can't really throw this one back, so we're going to ride with it. The only thing that changes what I want to play here is probably if I draw another untapped green source, which I didn't, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with Kessig Naturalist. Now, had we done it the other way, I probably would have put Liberator out and tried to protect the Naturalist, because it would have made it easier for me to play Halana Delena or Goldspan Dragon. But as it stands, doesn't really matter here. This sucks. Because that's probably a sweeper, and we didn't get a land, so now we're just up against it. Oh, boy. Man, a land would have meant so much there. But, I mean, if you got a white land, we sweep the board. I would totally do it if I was the opponent. Oh, they didn't have one, though. So we're still in this. They might try to Vanishing Verse that. Which, if so, we can at least protect against that for now. Oh, it was a Poison the Cup. It wasn't... What? We haven't seen Poison the Cup in ages. Wow. Alright then. Definitely did not expect that. Man, it's like we got a whole new lease on life here. Okay. I mean, we didn't get the land, but we're doing what we can with just 2 mana out. I mean, you know. You gotta kill Tovolar, opponent. Like, that's worth 2 cards to us and we're stuck on mana. Like, that's not even a choice if you get to kill something here. Come on. That's, like, beyond embarrassing if you don't kill that. Oh, they can't. They just had Vanishing Verse. Wow. Okay. Maybe they have another removal. Okay, Jadar. That's actually gonna make them flip, though. So that's like a real thing. So that's legit. So the question here is it worth killing Jadar to get 2 cards? Because I don't know the answer. Because I have a feeling... they're playing black-white. So there's very likely a meat hook. But they're playing this, so there's maybe not a meat hook. And even if I get 2 cards, unless we find, like, Snakeskin Veil, I don't think it's going to amount to much. Let's just attack first. I'm going to get green, because I don't think it matters really here. We'll get 1 card. I mean, unless they really don't want to block, which I would be appreciative, but I assume you're going to block at least 3 here. Alright, that's the play. So we get a card. Oh, Valor Stance. That sort of changes things too. Oh, there's so many good choices here. I think, though... Oh, we can't play Jetmare yet. I should have put this on white. Oh, that's a mistake. That is a bad mistake. I wasn't thinking, because then if they have a meat hook here, we actually get to keep our things. Now we don't. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, if we get meat hooked here, it's totally my fault. Actually, I guess not. We ended up flipping our stuff, so these become 4/4s, I guess. I guess that's fine. Alright, so we pass. Still, having Jetmare out still would have been better, I think. I mean, we might get lucky here. Opponent's at 7. They have to do something, though, right? Trying to think if they would have something that could exile a thing here. Because if so, then we just need to protect it. Yeah, we just attack here. The 2/2 can't block. I mean, we... Alright, it's a poison the cup. We can protect against it. Give something indestructible. And then that's it. Wow, that was a messy game. I'm not proud of that. That was quite the messy game. We got there anyway, but I don't know how much I deserved it. Boo, we're gonna mulligan this. Yeah, this is fine. Let's keep this and scrap this, I guess. I don't think I've seen a silver one before. That's neato. I mean, I guess it makes sense that exists. I just never saw it. Yeah, alright. We'll take one. I'm assuming they're just going to sacrifice that next turn. But, tis what it is. Let's go ahead and play this duder. Yep, looks like they have exactly that. They're going to discard, yep, sacrifice, get some treasures, so they can play something big next turn, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, it wasn't like Loth or anything, so I mean, I guess that's fine. Could have been worse, for sure. This has to be on green. Now, we do have the option of getting rid of a Shambling Ghast here with a Brutal Cathar, but don't think that's where we necessarily want to be. Let's see if they have a kill spell here. Don't think I want to put the Naturalist at risk here, so I'm just going to attack with just this. Mostly because I feel like we just get more value out of it. But that being said, they might just as well have something like a... Oh, well, another Deadly Dispute. Never mind. I was thinking like a Meat Hook, but they will have more than enough treasure if they choose to Meat Hook here anyway. Or wipe the board or do whatever it is they want to do. Yep, there's the Meat Hook, as expected. Alright, this is just what we're going to do. Didn't get a land. I was kind of hoping to be able to set up like a 2-card play or something here, but no such luck, so that's a bit disappointing. Junji, huh? I don't know what type of removal the opponent has here. They can get back one of our creatures. Yeah, I guess we gotta try. Oh, looks like they don't have any removal here. Interesting. I mean, not to say they don't have another board sweeper, because, you know, it's black, and they drew a billion cards and have a bunch of mana, but, I mean, there's nothing we can do otherwise. I mean, they just Meat Hook here again. If not, I mean, I guess that's really good for us. Yeah, I mean, if you can kill Cathar, that makes sense. Alright, cool. GG's. We get to go first here, but this isn't a hand I really want to keep, so we're going to mulligan this, I think. We got this and don't have any white land, or red land, I mean, so let's get rid of this. And let's just see what we can do with it. I'm not sure I fully know the answer, but we at least found red land, so that's good. Now it's just to see what we're up against. We're up against other werewolves. Okay, then I guess we kill that. And just so we don't fall too far behind mana-wise here. So this will allow us to either pump Ranger class or play out that and still kill the thing. Oh, that's not a werewolf at all, is it? That's interesting, though. Alright, let's plus. Let's attack. I mean, I guess I could have played a land to protect our duder, but it's not really what we were in the market for. Though maybe we should have been, you know, maybe turning it into a 4/4 next turn would have been pretty good here. Don't know. It's possible the opponent's going to try to get tricky, wait till we try to put a counter on Liberator, and then we can protect Liberator, but don't know. Them getting a Stormseeker here is actually really good, though. Because now, next turn has potential to be very scary. However, we got this. So that counts for something, I suppose. This is already leveled, so let's just go ahead and go with this. I mean, put it on the only thing we can, attack for 5. Sadly, now we're priced into not blowing up their treasure, which might have been a reasonable play at one point. It's definitely not now. Tovolar, problem for sure. Yeah. Tovolar is going to get a card here at a minimum, because we can't first strike that. Yep. Alright, let's find a creature, so we can give that bonuses and haste and whatnot, too. That'd be great. Don't kill my Halana Lena opponent. Give us a chance to untap. That'd be awesome. Okay, now we do have a real issue if we don't find a body. We did, not only did we find a body, we found the best body, actually. This is huge. Alright, so we get to get rid of this. And we get to pump this. And if we want to, we attack with the Halana Elena. Put the counter on Halana Elena, so it's a 3. Yeah, I'd say we go for it. I don't think they kill us from 13. If they do, with us holding a Valor stance, that's just our bad luck. Like, we just have to eat it. I think we're going to kill Stormseeker, because Hasty is our bigger issue. So let's do that. And we're going to go ahead and keep our Deuter alive here. Whoa, no, 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 no. Ha ha ha. That was about to be bad. That's indestructible. That's what we want to do. Alright. So now we have Den of the Bugbear. We shouldn't be able to lose from here now, honestly. Yeah. Boo. Alright, we're going to mulligan. This is better. Let's keep this. Let's get rid of, probably Lair of the Hydra, sadly. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Man, I'm probably going to regret that too, but I would have been that over, maybe keep that over Branchloft. Oh yeah, we're dead here anyway, without the spot removal. I'm ready to just give them the GGs. Alright. It's not dead yet. Can we draw a Dragon's Fire? We did not draw Dragon's Fire. Ugh. I mean, I guess we have a Brutal Cathar, so we can do a little bit of something next turn. I mean, we can attack, play Cathar, leave a land up for Snakeskin Veil, protect that, maybe. It's a little weird, because I kind of want to kill the Kami of Transience, but I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. Oh, actually, the problem is we can't do that now and protect our creature. Ugh. Yeah, I think we have to play this slow, unfortunately. Obviously, we're going to not really get to block here, not block anything of relevance. I mean, we could... I mean, I don't know. Any enchantment's just bad for us here. Because then that's going to become a 4 and a 3, so we're going to take 7 and be at 7. And again, we can Brutal Cathar something, so if that's a thing, that's a bonus point. So that's one we weren't even planning on. So now it's way more. Yep, that is a problem. No blocks. All right, we're at a whole 6, which means we could die next turn. Very easily. Very likely, sadly. Our hand was just too slow here. Too slow. I don't even know what we get rid of. I mean, I guess it's got to be this. And then we just pass? I mean, we need to draw another Cathar or something, I guess. I mean, I think that's going to be one of our only ways out of this, potentially. Because even if this becomes a 5... Well, I guess if this becomes a 5, we have to waste our Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, that's too bad. Yep, I was kind of hoping they had another Exile enchantment or something here, but they didn't have it. Yep, that's good enough. I mean, literally, we're on Cathar or no here. I mean, we're blocking just to stay alive, but this is where we are. All right. Did we get it? Nope, we didn't. That was a hand that just didn't do a bunch of anything in that fight. Okay, we get to go first. Let's keep it. Let's play this Jetmir's Garden. This hand's alright. Like, it could possibly flow the way we want. Maybe if this is a green-white enchantments deck, we'll get to kill a creature and play a creature. If we can draw a 2-mana thing. Would be pretty nice. Coming of Transience. Ooh, boy. Wow. You know, I'm going to do this first. I kind of like the idea of sitting back, using our Dragon's Fires and stuff first, but kind of thought about Halana and Elena, but either way, if they have an Exile enchantment, that's going to happen here first anyway. So now we get the chance of play a thing, kill something with Dragon's Fire potentially. Nope, nope, nope. That's not in the cards. Decline to reveal. We'll just kill that. Actually, that was bad. That was bad. I should have attacked. Used the red mana I was going to get here. Because now I can't do this at instant speed. I would have had to land up, and that would have made a big difference. Yeah, this could end up bad for us here if we're not careful. Yep. And now that's going to be a 4. Yep. Oh, it's only going to be a 3. It's not an enchantment creature. So that's good to know. Okay. Let's say we play Halana and Elena, we attack, then we can shoot that. Actually, we probably have to shoot Weaver of Harmony, which really sucks. But if we're going to do that, then we just go ahead and play Goldspan Dragon, but then we don't get to attack with the Kessig Naturalist, which is kind of unfortunate. I guess we're just really having to decide what we think the opponent has in hand and what's scarier, because I feel like the Weaver of Harmony is more of a problem. So I'm going to do this. We're going to make our Naturalist big. We're going to attack. Get red mana. See if the opponent tries to double block to kill it. They're not. We're going to kill Weaver of Harmony because that's more dangerous to us. Even though I don't like it, I'm accepting our fate for what it is. Yeah, that's the other part of that. If we kill this, they don't get that back. But, I mean, if this, I feel like if they got it, you know? I think they want to exile Halana and Elena here. Exactly. So, that's alright. We'll take that. Oh, they're just attacking us. No respect. For real, for real. We Goldspan, get red mana, play Reckless Stormseeker, and then just force the opponent to have something? I mean, because you're going to take 8 here, plus we'll have a creature land next turn, so sure. I mean, because now, even if they play a sweeper, then we just draw land and kill them with Lair of the Hydra, which would be great. Wedding announcements. Yeah, you probably should have played your other... Well, it doesn't matter if they can't block a Goldspan Dragon anyway. Yeah, that's not going to get you there. Close, but not quite. We can block enough to not die. Yeah, no blocks. Whatever. Let's just get to the end. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, we are going first. I think we're going to keep this. Mostly because we're on the play. Maybe we can kill their turn 2. We get in with Stormseeker. If it lives and they try to do something else on theirs, then it's possible we get the nice back-to-back Stormseeker into Halana and Elena, which would be pretty sweet. I mean, no guarantees of any of these things, by the way, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and kill that. Or do we get something cheap we can play here and protect? That would be really nice. We did not. Though having another Snakeskin Veil does not suck. But it's not really what we were looking for. Also, at this point, the opponent doesn't really know we're playing Werewolves till we're about to play this. But let's see if they want to play something here or actually let us resolve our Halana and Elena. There's a good chance Stormseeker's just dead. Nope, Fable. But that could create some problems on its own next turn, actually. Whew. I think we're just gonna wait here. And this very well could be a little too conservative, so, you know, I will openly admit that. But I feel like... Alright, we get to use one of these. That worked out, actually. Okay, end the turn. So now if they don't play anything, we get really big werewolves next turn. If we draw land, we could play Halana and Elena safely and protect it, which is nice. So a lot of things going our way now. Assuming we get to protect our board, and that's enough for the opponent to scoop. Ooh, opponent goes first. We kind of have to keep this, though, right? We can't really justify getting away from this, I don't think. And the opponent mulligans. Like, if this doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. This is one of those ones you kind of just suck it up and say, ah, don't go our way, don't go our way. And sometimes it's just like that. Okay, opponent has 1 mana open. Is it a bounce spell? I feel like I'm more willing to gamble that it's a bounce spell here, so let's go with this. Oh, but it's not even that. Okay, well that's unfortunate, because if it wasn't, I would rather have had the Ranger class there, but, you know, things are what they are. What to do here? Wow, those colors. Wow, green, red, blue, black. What are we worried about? I guess we go ahead and just try the Stormseeker. I mean, something's going to die here or get countered, but I don't think we have much choice. I mean, we're obviously going to have Stormseeker target itself. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure what the other options are. But boy, what I wouldn't have given to have a Snakeskin Veil there. Would have been real nice. Would have been real nice. However, we didn't do a good job there. Alright, let's attack with a werewolf. This probably also dies, but, you know, tough life. Tough world if you're a werewolf sometimes. Alright, we're going to play that. Unfortunately, we're returning it back today, but I think that's what we got to do. Alright, Indulgence, probably looking for more kill spells. Whoa, this is a Reanimator deck. That's what's going on. Yep, that's a problem. They're looking for Reanimator spells now. Ooh, you know what we needed? We needed a red land really badly. Because we need to be able to... Because if they do get back Coma, we need to be able to kill Coma. Oh, actually, we already have a red land in hand. Alright. Then... opponent's at 15. How do we want to go about this? I kind of want to play Snakeskin Veil here and deal 6 and get 2 cards. And then put the opponent's life total at a multiple of 3. But I don't know if it matters if we can Ranger class. Ah, boy, this is tough. This is tough. If we use that, we only have 3. We got to be able to kill Coma, though. Though, Coma's going to trigger during our upkeep, though. So we would have a shot at killing it. So we could just go for it to level this and play a Snakeskin Veil. Then just leave up 2. And then the opponent would take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, be it 8. And then they would take 8 next turn. All right. I think that's right. It's definitely aggressive. Like, I'll admit to that wholeheartedly here, but I mean, it's playing for the win effectively. So, here we go. All right, I'm gonna play this so I can't screw it up and not have double red during my upkeep. I'm gonna also put a stop during my upkeep just in case. All right, we got what we wanted. Excellent. I guess they will get to make at least 1 creature here, though. So that does actually matter. Because it will... So maybe I should have waited. But I don't know. This at least gives me a chance. Alright. Let's kill. Kill. Because they have to block with the 3/3 anyway. Maybe we find a, whatever, the white card that destroys a creature, power, toughness 4 or greater or something. Or we can find another thing that just kills... Or we find a haste body. There's a million things here. Oh, we wouldn't be able to cast it. Oh. Oh. Why do we not have another red available? Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. Dang. Dang. All right, well, let's attack. Put the counter on this duder. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, so here's the other option. Now we have to think about something else. Does the opponent have a meat hook? Because if they meat hook for land and meat hook for 4, starts to wreck our world, right? But here they have to have 2 bodies. What can they get that has 2 bodies that matter? Oh, actually, if they get Coma back... Yeah, that sucks. If they get Coma back, they will get to make a 3/3, sacrifice it, tap a thing. So we kind of have to do this. Hurts me on the inside a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh. Please don't have it. Okay. Now we're all right. Oh, no, we're not. Because we're only going to be able to make this a 3. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Let's cycle this. Because if we can find... All right. Well, let's do this first. Because there's a couple of things we could find here that could matter. That was not one of those things. Okay, so what does the opponent want to do here? This is a real thing, actually. Oh, why did it tap that way, though? It should have tapped to green. Oh, because we find the last Dragon's Fire. Oh, no. That could backfire on it. I guess we could get red here. I guess it's fine. Okay. We attack with everything. Opponent has to tap. But, well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter here, right? Does it? We shoot this. Yeah, we just shoot that. Opponent taps a thing, and then that's game, right? What am I overthinking this for? Because they tap a thing, and then we attack with the... I mean, no, because they can still tap a 4. So we can put... Oh, wait, they're not going to. All right. Okay, I thought maybe they had a bounce spell there or something. Okay, this is a tough one because I don't know if we answered all the questions we were hoping to answer through playing those games. Partly because we got some weird matchups with opponents, and I'm not really sure if that really told us enough. So I think though we did win a couple of games with Goldspan Dragons, I actually want to cut those. I don't think they're going to be the card for us, just because of the way the format looks like it's shaping up with so many. Actually, we're going to talk about the format here in a second. But for now, let's fix the deck. So I'm going to go ahead and cut Iganjo because we don't really want to draw a white land anyway. And I think we could get by without a 25th land. We had plenty of land except for in maybe like 2 games. So I'm not going to worry about that too much here. I think I am going to add a Brutal Cathar. I do want to add a Snakeskin Veil. I don't know what I want that last card to be. I kind of want to go ahead and play another Werewolf Pack Leader. I kind of also want to play a Naturalist. Like, there's a lot of in-betweens here I kind of want to play. But if we cut the Jetmir, which I think we want to do that as well, I think that could make room for a Pack Leader, which is hard to not want to play Pack Leaders, honestly. The card's just so damn good. It dodges the 2 damage removal. It gets us cards. It can have trample late in the game. It's just really good. It's harder to cast in this build, I understand, but fine. We're also going to go and play an extra 4th Cathar because against the aggro decks, you want to be able to get rid of some things, maybe even get rid of tokens from like a Planeswalker or whatever. This is good for that. And it can be a relevant 3/3 as well in the slower matchups. And I think I'm actually going to play an extra Arlen for 2 reasons here. One, it's either that or play Chariot, which I know it's I like Chariot a lot, but this does also make wolves that can benefit Tovolar, benefit the Kessig Naturalist. So I like that. I also don't mind if late in the game we're able to use it to play something and leave mana up for a Valorous Stance or a Snakeskin Veil if we're on the backside. Or just flash something in, right? If we're playing against the control decks and we don't want to set stuff up for sweepers, you can +1 on Arlen and then just let you play something else. So that's a totally relevant play, especially if it's something like a Halana Nalena, right? Like, you may not want to play it that turn because you don't want to risk it. And then maybe during their end step, you play Halana Nalena, it comes in with a counter, and then you get to play your next thing that's also bigger. So there's a few different plays in there that are beneficial to us. But I think this build overall is going to be better. Now, looking at the lands, this kind of creates the other problem, right? Because now we still have 6, I guess, white spells. But you kind of look and say, all right, we can cast the Brutal Cathar with Secluded Courtyard. So that's not really a concern. And then that means we just have Jetmirs, we've got Overgrown Farmland, and we have Branch Off Pathways. Now, if we wanted to, the other option is we could replace a mountain maybe with a red-white land, and that could solve that problem a little bit. But that's a really hard decision to make there. So I kind of want to cut another land to play another Jetmir's Garden, but I think for now I'm going to leave it alone. Partly because you do actually need to be able to cast this because it doesn't count as a werewolf, so you don't want to go ham with the Secluded Courtyards. The only downside here, if you do get a Jetmir and followed by like a Farmland or Rockfall Vale, that's not in our best interest, but otherwise, I think this should work out okay land-wise. But again, if you want to put another Jetmir's Garden in, I would not argue with you. I think it's actually relatively reasonable to want to play that card, or one more of that card. But overall, I think the Snakeskin Veils, the Valor stances were actually fine, but if you want to save mana, you could go with the Snakeskin Veil, and I think that's more than reasonable. But let's talk about the metagame real quick, what it looks like. Now, before we go too far in, I actually want to say, if you ran into me on the ladder last night, I want to apologize because I conceded quite a lot of games. Because literally, almost every other game I played was either black or black-white. So a bunch of those I just conceded because I didn't want the video full of just playing against black decks or black-white decks. That would have been kind of silly and boring, and we wouldn't have learned anything. So I just conceded a lot of those on turns 2 and 3 just so I could get more quality footage. So for that, I'm apologizing. It's just the way it is. I know some of you probably wanted to play those games, but honestly, they're generally long and boring, and I didn't want to fill the video up with one matchup. That being said, we know there's a lot of black decks and black-white decks, at least at the lower levels right now. There was more than I expected to see. I was expecting to see more aggressive decks, but I ran into a whole lot of control-type decks. So to that end, I think it makes sense to want to have more of the Snakeskin Veils and the Valor stance. I think that's going to win more games than you think, just being able to save like one creature here or there, especially if it's one of the ones that results in you getting cards. I think that's huge, so I'd keep that in mind. And you're probably going to lean on Arlen a little bit more as well for those matchups. So just something to keep in mind whenever you're playing your games. I think those are going to be very key cards. But otherwise, yeah, the deck actually is still viable. No surprise, our other werewolf decks were good, so this one kind of falls in line with them as well. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Mayor of Averbrook, because I kept getting it wrong and confusing it with the Averbrook Caretaker, so I figured I would at least feature it. The thing about this card that's kind of odd and interesting and cool is that on the front side, it actually cares about protecting humans and making humans bigger, but then on the back side, it makes wolves and werewolves bigger, but also makes 2/2 wolves, which, because they're +1, are actually 3/3 wolves, and this is actually a pretty damn powerful card. This is a neat card that would be nice to play in these decks, but again, I think it benefit from going back to Innistrad, and it got a new lease on life, and now the card's worth somewhere between $3 and $4. So yeah, if you have them, they're actually worth more than they used to be, and if you're not playing it and you're playing a werewolf commander deck, you should probably consider it. Now, if you like playing werewolves, but you don't want to splash the white, I'm going to go ahead and link a red-white werewolf deck that was also very good if you want to check that out, and it goes real big, so check that one out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.